Hello everyone, La13 Scale here, also known as Scale, and welcome back to more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, which I know I haven't uploaded in a while, and I know that, I had a 3-day weekend and I was supposed to be using this to record, and then, I literally spent the entire last 2 days just doing exclusively self-care. Not because, it necessarily needed it, but full transparency, I played a video game for myself and I got really wrapped up in it. And it's, I think, the first time that I've played a game that wasn't to be recorded in a really long time. So that kind of felt good. So I believe we left off with Lotta giving us something. You're right. It was a cold night and the mist was thick as grits. So once I finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked out with my binoculars. I don't care how many Von Karma objections I get. I'm going to find a hole in this testimony if it's the last thing I do. You're right, it was a cold night and the mist was thick as grits. So once I finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. Let's press a little here. So, how could you see Edgeworth? Now just hold your horses for a second. You hasty Yankee types never find a gal from where I'm from. Defense attorneys have trouble with that as it is. Nobody loves me. Fair. Got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard the bang on the lake, I looked out with my binoculars. What'd you see? There's a heavy fog. How would binoculars change that at all? What do you mean? Well, even binoculars can't see through fog. But you say you clearly saw him. I did, yeah. Enough. There is no room for doubt in her testimony. What the? Who is you to say that? I know that you're the god of prosecution or some crap, but, buddy, that's doubt. Right there. What do you mean there's no room for doubt in her testimony? There is doubt in it. Right there. I am calling shenanigans. You sound pretty doubtful to me. But I have to find a clear contradiction first. I don't care how many I get, I need to... Yeah. You're right, it was cold as night, thick and grits. Once I finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Your camera? Yeah. It's got an automatic... Why didn't he want us to see that? The issue we are concerned with here is Miss Hart seeing Mr. Edgeworth. The camera has nothing to do with it at all. Objection sustained. I disagree. He's not letting her answer any of my questions. Maybe if I keep doing this, she's gonna get, ticked off at Von Karma and just keep talking. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. I looked out from the lake. Okay, let's press here. So, binoculars? Yeah, binoculars. Okay, so yesterday you mentioned you were out looking for shooting stars, correct? Well, yeah. Oh? So wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars for that? I've got my doubts about your camera, too. Was it really there to take pictures of the meteor showers? The camera is irrelevant in this case. You just used a photo from it as evidence of the murder. The camera is incredibly relevant, including if it got tampered with. You frickin' loser. Oh my god, I never wanted to smack somebody more. You can't say that for certain. Thank God for you, Phoenix. Mr. Wright? Is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with this line of questioning. Of course it is! You used a photo taken buy this exact camera for... Oh, I'm gonna blow up one of these days. Judge, you should not be allowed to be reelected. I genuinely mean this. Why am I getting so mad? I just started this recording. I had a nice, peaceful... I exercised a little bit. Like, I'm doing laundry. I cleaned up a little bit of my apartment. Why am I mad? Why am I this mad? Look, I just... If you find yourself in a court proceeding ever, and any of this happens to you at all, please, A, get a better lawyer, and B, file the verdict for an appeal, because there's no way that on the next level of court that this thing is standing up. Like, go higher if you need to. But if you deal with this level of incompetence out of your judge, you need to file an appeal. But know this, if you find nothing with this, there will be consequences. No shit, Sherlock. There's been consequences this whole... Gonna hold it together. Well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to proceed further with the Yeah! This is make it or break it time. Yeah, the camera's of the utmost importance, Your Honor. It is, perhaps, the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Wow, maybe I went a little overboard there. Me, the last... How long has this recording been going? 7 minutes? Very well. Miss Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera. Yeah, I hear you. At what point is Lotta gonna get so pissed off with Karma that she's just gonna be like, you know what, you shut the hell up, I'ma keep going, I'ma keep doing this, and we'll come together at the end or something, you know, I just... Why am I mad? I think it's because I worked out. I got the blood flowing. Now I'm like all pumped up, ready to go. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm ready. The whole reason I worked out anyway was because, like, I was like, oh, I haven't worked out in a while. I should, like, get back in the swing of this. Now I feel like I got, like, the testosterone a moving or something. Jesus. I'm sorry, everyone. I think the name of this episode is going to be I Want to Fight Von Karma Physically. Because I do. The camera was set up to take pictures of a meteor shower. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked at my binoculars. Okay. So what we want to press on... Oh my god, how much makeup is going to come off of my hands? What I want to press on then is how it'd be used for the meteor shower. Because I gotta tell you, I do photography. I haven't done it in a while, but I do photography. And with that, like, when I'm taking photos, I'm getting, like, super close up in some of my photos, or they are perfectly aimed at whatever I'm trying to get the photo of, right? So, like, I have photos of crystals that are just full fixations on the crystal, so that this way we get, like, the perfect light balance and coloring. And then, you know, I have cityscapes that I have, like, perfectly angled just so I can get everything that I want. Even the back of my phone case is a photo I took. So, like, if I was gonna aim my automatic camera to go off about a meteor... Why do I have an automatic camera if I'm looking for a meteor shower? I bet you money that she wasn't looking at a meteor shower, she was looking for Gordy. Do we even know that there was a meteor shower supposed to be scheduled on that night to begin with? Why don't we start with that? Because, like, think about it, right? If there's no meteor shower scheduled, you're not taking pictures of the meteor, number one. Number two, if you're taking pictures of the meteor, why is your camera pointed at the lake? Number three, why do you have an automatic go off with a bang if you're taking pictures of the meteor shower. If there's one thing I can bet you, it's got something to do with Larry Butts. Didn't he say something about a loud bang? I don't know. I'm gonna find a hole in this testimony. Yeah. Right, it was cold as mist, thick as grits. I set up to take pictures of the meteor shower. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked at... Okay, hold on. Oh, I see. I'm gonna press... I know what I'm gonna do. Camera was set up to take pictures of the meteor shower. Save this before I blow my gasket. Faces the lake. There it is. There it is. Eat it. You were photographing shooting stars? That's a lie. Says who? I feel like I just lost my voice for her. I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. You have to point a camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Miss Hart. Ugh. Yeah, take that. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor. Well, then what exactly was she photographing? I know. Your Honor, take a look at this. When Miss Hart was trying to photograph the lake, there's an article about Gordy. I don't know why that's relevant to the rest of this. Why does it matter if she was or wasn't taking photos of the sky? Like, I get that the point is to prove that she is not a reliable witness. But yeah. Miss Hart, this is what you were trying to photograph, isn't it? What? A newspaper article? Gordy. Ah, the sighting at Gord Lake. Well, Miss Hart? I never heard of no lake monster. You got proof or something? Let me see you prove I was down at the lake trying to photograph this Gordy. Do I have proof? Loud noise, cause of death, photo taken automatically, DL6 incident, article at Gord Lake. Doesn't say anything on there other than the loud bang noise. Overhead map, 22 caliber. Maybe the map? Do I show the camera again? I have it. Proof. Intriguing. Very well, let's have it. And no joking around this time, please. What is proof that the witness was trying to photograph Gordy at the lake? Gordy the lake monster. What I need to do is I need to combine Lotta's camera with the news article, because the news article reported the loud bang. The proof, Miss Hart, is your own camera. Your camera was set to take photos in response to a loud noise, correct? Thus, this photograph here, taken when a gun was fired on the lake. And here's the article about Gordy. Okay, so would either of those have worked as evidence then? According to this article, Gordy made a loud noise when it emerged. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you had your camera to respond to loud noises. Karma's been, like, really quiet the entire time that in real life, I would have expected an objection. I'm just saying. Order, order. I see. I, too, thought it was a little strange. Yeah. Sure, buddy. Well, Miss Hart, you were camping there to try and take photos of Gordy, weren't you? Yeah. Not bad. Are all you lawyers that smart? So, smart boy, I was down there trying to photograph Gordy. You got me. So what? Huh? Thank you. Why is this relevant to a murder trial? That don't change what I saw, does it? Exactly. Then why were you quiet this whole time when you objected anytime I sneezed? You just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than the witness, who is an idiot, thinks the monster exists. Is that enough for you, Miss Hart? I swear to God, you're a lot more feisty than anybody else we've had. Please? Now, hey! But, as she so succinctly said, so what? It changes nothing. Not true. You were hiding the whole thing about Gordy for some reason, and I know it. What could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this. Miss Hart? Why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy from the court? Please revise your testimony. Right. Fine, I'll testify. It won't change nothing, though. Something will change. It has to. And I'm gonna spot it. If she says that that lawyer dude over there was the reason that she changed her testimony, I will throw things. Like, nobody should be allowed in this courtroom. Actually, I'm not a research assistant at the university. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked right straight out at the lake. There wasn't much else to look at. I just watched that boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the man's hands, and I heard another gunshot. Another one. But the autopsy report said that he died from a single bullet wound. Which is what I said would be impossible with a .22 cal. Actually, well, okay, he could have died from a single gunshot wound from a .22 cal. What I was saying wouldn't be intact is the bullet. So when you did the autopsy, you found one singular full bullet of a .22 cal already inside. So there's another bullet missing, and it's probably broken up in chunks inside of this dude. I was looking right at that boat the whole time. Cross my fingers and hope to fry. That's pretty damning, dude. Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. The witness's testimony is unchanged from before. You frickin' liar! She just said a second gunshot. The whole sentence is different. I'm going to show. I need to go lay down, I think. I am concerned about the amount of anger in my body about this man. I haven't been... Red White didn't even get me this mad. I swear to God. Whether she is a research student or a photographer has no bearing on this case. There's no need to waste more time with another pointless cross-examination. I'm... Yeah, I object! I claim BS, Your Honor. I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. On Karma's up to something and I know it. It's that second gunshot wound. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because why? Was there a Yes, you dumbass! Why am I out of breath? Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself. You must have something in mind.
That would be a first. I swear to God, if I kill Von Karma. You understand this is your last chance at cross-examination, Mr. Wright. If there is no problem with the testimony this time, we will let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at that time, Mr. Wright. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yep, I know exactly where I'm going. Don't even worry about it, boys. We got this.
I need to not work out before I record. This is not gonna be good for me. That's why I was camping out by the lake, hiding. Heard a bang, looked straight at the lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I watched the boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the man's hand and heard another gunshot. Was there nothing on the lake but the boat? That's what you got hung up on. Huh? Wait, so you're thinking he was shot from some other place? I don't think so, no. The lake was smooth as glass, and nobody was on the shore neither. Huh. I better find some... Alright, let's just go over and present the autopsy report. I was hoping maybe if I dug a little. That's all I was hiding. When I heard a bang, I looked straight out at the lake. I watched the boat. I saw a flash. Present. Okay, before I present. Before I screw this up for myself. Present. Time of death caused 1 bullet shot to the heart. Did I? What? What do you mean? What do you mean that wasn't it? Yeah, she said second gunshot. Do we? What do you mean I'm gonna lose points for this? Oh, for God's sake. Man. But there's... I'm gonna invest you if I got it. That's why I was camping out at the lake. Maybe if I just press. Exactly what sort of sound was it? Well, I never heard one before, so I can't say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot. It was a lot sharper a sound than I would expect. Then what's the second bang? Oh, I swear to God. Okay, hold on. How about the one in the middle? Scoop, lake. That's all I was hiding. Lake, bang, press. Press here. There wasn't much else to look at? Yep. I don't know. If she heard a bang and she thought Gordy was out there, I kind of doubt she'd waste her time looking at the boat. Oh. Alright. What? What'd I do now? What are you giving me that look for? Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence? The witness continue. Hold your hush puppies, Pops. I'm getting there. So... what would I present? Why would it be fired 3 times? We don't have anything on the map about where this frickin' boat was. Well, either way, that's all the time we got for this episode. Maybe I'll figure this out next time. God, I'm still mad. Anyway, take care, everybody.